Allocation, allocation, allocation. In 1990, there were three men that actually won the Nobel Prize in economics. One being Harry Markowitz. The other two, Merton Miller and William Sharpe, shared the Nobel Prize that year. But today I'm going to talk about Markowitz, and here's why. Markowitz had been studying portfolio theory, meaning allocation. How do you balance a portfolio with different types of assets for the most optimal return with the least risk? And he used it by looking at expected returns or historical returns with their variance. So let me speak English. Bottom line, he wanted to look at the best way to get the highest return with the lowest risk, period. And he won the Nobel Prize for it. Allocation theory, portfolio theory, is something that as advisors we've been looking at for years. Many of you may remember in economics class, Harry Markowitz, or the efficient frontier, which is a graph that shows the most efficient place for an equity versus a fixed balance for long-term returns. When we think about allocating and balancing portfolios, I will tell you I'm biased. I think you do need guidance in this. I think that most people need a great coach. When I'm working with clients, I find that yes, you start off on the right foot. You get into a 401k, you pick your choices, but how do you know if what you're exposed to in one mutual fund, technology, you're not exposed to in another one? So that would actually take that perfect balance off balance. Most of what I do as a professional is rebalancing to stay as close as that perfect model portfolio theory that Markowitz described. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Are there years that we lose money? Of course. My point being is that when you're teaching your kids how to allocate a portfolio, teach them that it is a dynamic practice. It's not a one and done. So often, as I said earlier, people will go in and allocate their 401k and it's done. They don't look at it for 15 or 20 years. And assets grow disproportionately. And there's overweights that happen, and that creates a greater roller coaster ride than you may be comfortable with. So when it comes to allocation, help your kids understand the basics. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and get a good financial coach. And it could be something, coach online. It could be a financial advisor. It could be somebody who really understands allocation, who looks and helps them look at their portfolios on a regular basis. They don't have to go hire an advisor. But know that regularly visiting the allocation, historically speaking, can make a big difference in your future returns. And frankly, again, that roller coaster that you're on. Allocation, allocation, allocation.